Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Prehistoric Survival. This took a really long time to create and somewhat even longer time to edit because, boy oh boy, there's quite a lot of things that I have done so far. But without further ado, let's get into the episode. So by this point, I decided to try my luck again on finding some Apatosaurus eggs because I just needed them real bad by this point. I've also decided to kill some Tyrannosauruses because their super rare loot sacks happen to have a really good diamond gear, but it usually ends up in me dying. But well, I usually always come back for my revenge, so that doesn't really matter that much. But anyway, here we go again with another montage of me killing basically every tier 3 creature that I could find so far. It took me like goddamn weeks to track an Apatosaurus egg, but finally, I managed to do it. I managed to find an Apatosaurus egg at last. So now that I got an Apatosaurus egg, the next thing I decided to do was to gather the ingredients needed to make the leafy treats in order to tame it. And I decided to take out my trike, which I haven't done in like quite a while now, and go harvest some leaves. Once I managed to craft all the leafy trees I needed, I then set up my Dimetrodon and started hatching the egg with it.
3 weeks later.
So I finally got the egg to hatch and I successfully tamed the baby. Yay. I managed to make it grow up and gave it the platform, but then I realized that I needed to gather lots and lots of iron in order to make the cannon and the ammunition for said cannons. And so back into the mines I went just in order to get some iron. And yes, it's going to be more strip mining. Now, because this mine shaft was built around before the 1.17 update, there was no copper here, and I don't think the new ore generation applies here, but who cares anyway. All I just needed was the iron. Eventually, all my stone pickaxes broke, and I walked out with like a 23 raw iron, which wasn't enough for me. And so while I was going back into the mine shaft just to mine some more iron, I was thinking to myself that I should just build a random ass iron farm because that could be the only way to consistently get lots and lots of iron for all my iron related needs. I then decided that I'll just give up on mining iron and then I will build the iron farm like right now. And so I decided to build my iron farm like right off in the ocean because it's the most isolated place from my own base, especially since my own base was like near a random ass village that was now abandoned. Once I managed to reach the beach, I decided to set up base and place a bunch of furnaces and smelt all of the cobblestone so that I can make smooth stone in order to make the iron farm because, you know, it's the most boring block I can think of. But when I was there, like, the one thing that pretty much made me go what the fuck was that piranhas were spawning en masse, like, right out at the beach. Like, I made it so that they should not spawn in the ocean biomes, but for some reason, they just decided to spawn on the shores and decided to kill off all the coelacanths and all of the regular fish for some reason. And I gotta admit, I did not intend for this to happen. But oh well, I just disregarded that and I decided to go into the mine shaft in order to get some more coal because I was in dire need of it. But when I came back to my camp in the beach, I found Sarcos spawning. Like, I was like, what the fuck again? Because Sarcos were meant to only spawn in the rivers and in the swamps and not on the beaches, as far as I remembered while I was making the update. Now, while I was waiting for all of the cobblestone to smelt, I decided to do many other things, like just swimming around the water, and while I was doing that I found one of those things that contain crystals, which was nice. And then I decided to start work on the farm right away, and I decided to make it so that it'll extend all the way right into somewhat in the middle of the ocean where the piranhas will not spawn. Anyways, so let's go off topic for a while, and as you might have noticed, the armor that I'm wearing all of a sudden is somehow diamond, and that's because remember all of those Tyrannosauruses that I somehow killed? Well, apparently, they're super rare loot sacks. Apparently, they drop diamond gear with pretty good enchantments, and I managed to fuse them all in my anvil, and it works wonders so far. Heck, even my tools are basically dropped from those random wild Tyrannosauruses. Now, another thing that I decided to do while waiting for all of my cobblestone to smelt was to just go exploring. Now, I forgot to record all of that, but what I can tell you is that I took out my Utahraptor and we went out for a walk, and I was pretty happy about the fact that the area that I'm living on, it was not all desert. Turns out there were lots of plains, and I even found a mountain, and there were many more Tyrannosauruses out there, which can be pretty scary. But anyways, unfortunately though, I took the unfortunate move of trying to fight one of those Apatosauruses with my Utahraptor, and it died in one hit, so I had to find a brand new one, which is pretty sad. Next thing I decided to do was to basically go back to that random thing with the crystals, because I'm calling it that because I forgot the name, but anyways, I decided to mine it open, and I got a few crystals over there, which was pretty neat. And then when I was going back to the beach, I found this random ass shipwreck, and I decided to loot it, and I found this treasure chest, which was pretty neat so far. But the moment I got there, I had no fucking idea how to get the treasure chest, so I just mined the entire place aimlessly. And I did find copper throughout this entire debacle, but other than that, it took me like one fucking endgame day just in order to be able to find the treasure chest. And eventually I did, but the only good things in it were that Heart of the Sea and a bottle of enchanting. And that was quite disappointing, to be honest. And besides making a spyglass, I also managed to do quite a lot of work on the iron farm so far. Now, about that design you're seeing there so far, I basically looked up iron farm designs, and I just ended up using the one that you're seeing on the screen right now. Like, I think I'll link it in the description or whatever. And too bad I wasn't able to record any footage of me building it, but whatever. Now, I gotta admit that this farm's almost complete right now. The only thing that I needed to do was to just bring in the villagers, which I'm going to do in the next episode. So, goodbye for now.